There is no other deity but Allah. 2, the compassionate, the beneficent, the gracious. 3, all petitions and thanks be to Allah and no other. 4, let the truth be now revealed concerning the great prophet Moses. 5, may honor and peace be forever upon his name and his memory. I noticed it said that by all the prophets.
That's very important.
And the same will apply to us as well.
Right.
When we do, and when we honor and be peaceful. 6, as the Pharaoh of Egypt, known as Akenaten, who saved the people of Egypt from the plague.
Yeah, that was taken out. The Pharaoh part.
Yeah, then the word Akenaten was not even mentioned.
It was not even mentioned.
I want to know why.
See, so now the Pharaoh that took the people out of Egypt was Akenaten.
Yeah.
And that's who the story character has taken on as Moses. And that's a big storyline right there.
And it sure enough is, because it didn't say it.
In the world, yes.
Yeah. So, the most powerful and wealthiest man in the world of his time. Whole lot of
The whole history of Akenaten.
and wealth. 8, who jeopardized his own dynasty to follow the commands of Allah by a different name. Look at that. Names are subject to change.
It's an important crest in history. Right here, this is a cusp in history right here where the line is drawn.
And where he was giving up his old way and following the commands of Allah.
But not by the name of Allah. So this is where you now get the whole concept of when you hear Jehovah, these are concepts coming from this right here. See, these people don't understand because they don't have this access to this history and this timeline insert. So they know they maybe worship Jehovah, but they don't know where Jehovah come from.
Yeah.
So that's very important in the timeline of societies.
9, the Pharaoh of Egypt, who was cursed by the superstitious Egyptian for daring to recognize Allah by a different name. 10, the exiled Pharaoh who was betrayed by his own people. 11, who chose the meanest of the swamp to make king and worship animals and human sacrifice under the symbol of the ram. 12, the exiled Pharaoh who with survival built a city of knowledge upon the Syrian coast, and disavowed his name to be called Moses as the rock of Allah.
That's a big closure. Because in the Old Testament, because that's a big storyline. Because with the rock of Moses, remember when he split that rock?
Yeah.
That rock in that scene right there is the rock of Moses, but they speaking that was the whole place of where the knowledge was built at. And so these people that was actually in that time period actually branched off with him. And these same people today now call Allah by a different name. And you'll hear it. This is where you hear the word Yah, like I said, Jehovah,
Yahweh,
or you hear Jah. See, these are all of the same word of the people that it's mentioning. See, this whole big history, because when you are May's son, you are Moses' son, Moses' children. See, children was brought out the bondage. So this is what Freemasonry come from, is Egypt. This is where they get the whole masonry science from. So when they stole it from Egypt, they created it over here and did what they did with it. And then from that point on, they got orders that's in place that represents these prophets.
Yep.
And then these are considered branches of light where you begin to enter and get to grow to know self. This is what it's supposed to be. But as we see, these people start losing the teachings, and they start worshiping things they know not. So in being involved in animal worshiping, human sacrifice, all these things is transpiring all to the day. See, and this all to the day, this is what the confusion is. Why you hear some black people say, we the real Jews, but then you see the other set,
they the one. Yeah.
they actually demonstrate to make you change your identity and think your belief. See, and this is what we ain't identifying here and really getting what's clean. We ain't doing the sorting. And see, and so some of these people are real, and then another group of these people are imposters.
That's right.
And so we got to know who are the imposters, because this is who's been opposing on every land. And this story right now is what's holding up in lodges right now.
Yep.
And this is the light that's being silenced and can't hardly speak out. But due to the findings and all the knowledge being made revealed, because Allah ain't going to hide nothing and reveal and keep anything concealed. Because if the sun reveal everything, man can't hide nothing.
You can look at people's works and see whether or not, if they following something divine or not.
That's correct.
As far as all these different sects.
Right. The base has to start off.
See?
That's how you have to
Especially
know.
when you know.
Right.
Then you know what somebody else don't know, but they think they know.
Right. And that's where we became powerful over here. But that's who the Yahuda, as we had read earlier.
Yeah.
But that's who the Yahuda comes out of. So now people call themselves Judea.
Yeah.
See, and that's imposters.
Yeah.
This is where Israel come out of.
Yeah.
See, those are imposters. You don't see Israel. See, because those are imposters. But we don't know that because we ain't in depth in knowledge to know that, especially the timeline when it comes to the geography. But then when it comes to the science, we also don't know what these sciences are ultimately saying. And this is what is being revealed. And that's what made, Musa so wealthy in the time. It's the science of knowing what we call God.
Yeah.
And you see, whoever knows the science of God rules the land.
Yeah.
So this is what is by nature how they have designed it and created it for us to be.
Mm-hmm.
They know the science, but not practicing or acting out any of it.
Right. They do the opposite side of it.
Yeah. Continuous.
Right. See, because nothing could exist if a law didn't exist.
That's right.
So we have to always understand. This is why we read they are a tool to test our faith, our honor. Mm-hmm. See where life would be too much easy without a little challenge.
Yeah.
So we saying now challenging your faith. That's here in existence for people to challenge your faith.
Mm-hmm. And now they use money just to see what one sell his soul because come on and join them for the money. See?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All priest magic.
That's selling out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And who doing it is the priests. These Babylon priests. These some deadly people.
Yep.